Yo, what's going on, guys? Sinumatic, and I wanted to talk about a few different things. It's basically I wanted to talk about America. America has been based off of capitalism for a while now, and it can be a very good thing and a very bad thing. Basically, you know, in a capitalist society, you can have anything you want, but it's all if you can afford to have what you want. Like, for instance, what I'm saying is, like, if you want a new house, you can have it. If you want to go buy 20 TVs, you can get it. But it's all about having the money to get these things. And that's where it becomes unequal, because in the capitalist structure that we have, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, on down the line. I'm not really going to go real in depth on that. Basically, what I wanted to talk about is YouTube, and the way that YouTube's structure is basically capitalist. It is set up for a very small few of us to get very big on YouTube and be very successful, and for the majority of us to stay at the bottom and get nowhere. You would think, being that YouTube makes money off generating ad revenue, that it would want everybody's page to be big, but that is not the case. And the reason I'm even bringing this up or talking about this is because, alright, we all know that YouTube currently changed their layout. Now, before this layout, there used to be the homepage where there were people who could make the homepage. I don't know if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. That means if you got enough likes and favorites on your videos, or not even just likes, but if you had enough ratings or favorites on your videos, it could show up on the homepage. Now, don't get me wrong, some of us might have had a chance to get there that normally wouldn't, but for the majority it was set up for the guys that, you know, put out content that had a lot of subscribers, and it was easy for them to do this. The original goal and intention for this homepage was to take viral and trending videos and feature them to make them even bigger. It all sounds good, but it definitely was not set up for the little guy, unless the little guy just happened to get so lucky that he put up a video that everybody happened to be searching for. Well, there were some, you know, people that were bigger YouTubers that sometimes got this homepage, but not a lot, that now are really being affected by the change in the YouTube layout, just as bad as some of us smaller guys are. The new YouTube layout is set up to basically feature nothing but the big guys. And the way that they're doing this is, they didn't change a lot of stuff, but they made the way you look at the subscriptions when they pop up in your sub box into one row, and it doesn't show. If I post a video now and I post a video from an hour from now, it will show up in those orders, when it used to say you posted a video an hour ago, and then right next to it will be the video that you just posted. Or you guys know what I'm talking about if you look at the homepage to begin with. Now they have this pinning system, which basically what it will do is it will give the major YouTubers a better opportunity to stand out from the small guys. Because, you know, if you watch, say you watch 30 commentators, and some of those guys happen to be big, huge, successful commentators, and a few of them happen to be smaller guys, well, it's pretty much common that the majority of you guys will automatically pin the big guys right off the bat, and will have no room for the smaller guys. So, I don't know. And the thing is, the pinning situation doesn't really, I don't think a lot of people even know how to use it. If you pin someone, it doesn't automatically show them over the top of anyone else. You have to still click on that person's name. But I don't know. It seems like, and I'm not even talking about just YouTube. I'm talking about YouTube and, you know, a lot of the companies that use YouTube. They basically, it's like the WWE. Instead of, you know, the theory that you're only as strong as your weakest link, so you want to make everyone succeed, so you know everything can grow. It's more like I said, like the WWE, where you have 5 or 10 superstars and then a bunch of scrubs that come in to take up the rest of the time. Now, anyone who watches wrestling will know what I'm talking about. Anyone who doesn't, I don't even watch wrestling anymore, but I watched it as a kid. I'm sure everyone's watched wrestling at some point in time. And what they do is, they have a brand. And I'm going to talk about wrestling back in the day, somewhat. But basically, they have people like, we're going to say, The Undertaker. I don't know if a lot of you guys know this. The Undertaker used to be one of those scrub wrestlers. Vince McMahon got a hold of him and said, you know what, we're going to call you The Undertaker, we're going to dress you up, we're going to put this nice little story behind you, and we're going to make you a superstar. And he was a superstar his whole career after that. But, you know, you got the Hulk Hogan's, all those guys, the John Cena's, The Rock. And I'm not saying that those guys never deserve to be in the spotlight. But then you got all the guys at the bottom that come in for filler time, so all the big guys don't always have to, you know, put on a show every Monday or whatever day they're showing wrestling on now. And 90% of those guys just stay scrubs. They never get the opportunity to expand. And the only way that they get the opportunity to expand is if the powers that be say, you know what, you're going to be big now. And that's basically how YouTube is set up. There is very, very, very little, how do I say it? There is like a very small chance that your YouTube channel is going to be huge without any help. And I'm not talking about begging for likes and favorites, or, you know, I'm not talking about any of that kind of stuff. I am talking about lots of different kinds of help, because some people say, well, I do this all on my own, and I've never asked for nothing. Well, you might have never asked for nothing, but there are some people that I know for a fact that if you surround yourself with these certain types of people, then you will grow regardless. The problem is, it's very hard to surround yourself with some of these people. But, I don't know, like I said, I tell people all the time, YouTube is based off of what kind of help you can get, what kind of content you have. You have to have good content in the end. If you don't have good content in the end, it doesn't matter. You can get lots of help, but people will stop watching because they'll be like, I don't care who likes this guy, I don't like the content. But, there's a lot of luck involved. You got to be able to get, you know, these bigger YouTubers behind you, or these bigger companies behind you to push your product and say, you know what, I like this stuff. But now, I think at the time we're in right now, that's not going to happen nowhere near as much, because now all the bigger guys are looking at it like it is only a business to them, and they do not care about anyone else, which I can kind of understand, but then again, I can't, because I've always been the type of person that if I can help someone and I think they deserve it, then I try to help them. But I don't know, this is another one of those rambling videos, and I'm about to run out of fucking time again. I see this is why I don't like to talk about this kind of stuff over gameplay, because I could probably sit here and talk about this for another good 10-15 minutes, but I'm going to run out of time. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Real quick before I get out of here, the only other way that any of us are going to get huge is if the people that view that person support them and push them to the next level. So if you love my shit and you want to see me get somewhere, help me out any way you can, and maybe, I don't know, but I'm out. Peace.